We want to tell our stories today so that maybe something in your story is the very thing I need today to develop some confidence. So we're going to open the floor. You tell your story as you feel led, okay? So the floor is open now for recovery story.
I have two different ages. My birth age and my mental illness age. I'm 44 years of age and also 19 years with my mental illness age.
So my parents did not know what was happening. I just went off hand, started running all over the street, took me to the traditional healer.
And also I have a message to all caregivers, parents, and whatever, be it Liberia or other part of the world. Do not get a child today, maybe he's mentally ill, and then to look then and say, oh, he's a crazy person, he's worthless, there is no use. No. In society, everybody have use. We have use. It depends. If you, the caregiver, are taking good care of the person, I guess you can come up awareness like me, or even than me, and become somebody in the society.
The story you tell helps another person.
So what I'm trying to say is this. You can be me, accept your condition. You never bought it. It was not for you alone. Share your idea with people. Do not feel stigmatized.
At the community level, we are involved with awareness raising, and we discuss signs and symptoms of mental illness, including epilepsy. How can maybe the community members identify someone who may be living with mental condition? How can they come to clinic, and how they can be able to help people that are mentally sick? So this is our message, and when we go about doing this, we start to receive patients. We are going to see one of our patients that have been with us since 2017. He's an epileptic patient who was heavily stigmatized when he was in school.
Easy this morning.
How's everything?
Since I've been visiting the clinic, everything is okay. I'm taking my treatment regularly.
Okay, that's great. And that's what we always come to remind, so that you can continue taking your medication regularly.
Sure.
Does that mean that, has there been any symptom this few times?
No, not at all.
When you see it happening to him, you feel very, very bad. Because it will knock him down and he will be stiff. The hand alone, you can't able to hold it. And he will be chewing his tongue, blood coming out, knocking his head down like this. That alone, when I see it, I get confused. I don't know what to do.
Do you feel stigmatized? Does that mean that people try to stay away from you people because of Amochi's condition? Is that what happened really?
He was abandoned. He was being abandoned by the community.
Okay.
Nobody actually want to see him in their environment because of the problem that he was going through. But within the family, we talk to them, we make them understand that, look, this thing is not communicable, so don't panic. This thing, it will affect you. We talk to them, we understand. But for the outsider, they always have the belief, the notion that this thing is communicable. It's communicable no matter what happens. If they may drink in a cup and they drink in that cup there, it might affect them.
Like I remember like 2010, I can remember I came to school, I went on the road to my friends and then was standing on the road, afternoon, and then I just fell off from there.
He said he saw something like a ball that rolling to him, like he shoot an arrow, and he saw it coming to him, directly coming to him. He wanted to dodge it, but it was too late, and it hit him. So he dropped there.
When it happened the next day, they seen I didn't wake up. I fall on my head. Like, oh, they are slept.
Sometimes within a daytime, it will knock him down 4 or 5 times. And when it happened to him, he would be weak as anything, helpless. He would sleep all day. And that was how it started.
I experienced shisha on campus 3 different times. The person will even get problem with it. A lot of students will get problem with it when I go around campus. Someone forgive me. I told my mother that no need for me to do a thing yet.
So we started going from place to place for solution.
We went to Firestone. From Firestone, went to Grand Bazaar. From Grand Bazaar, went to Neighborhood and Sierra Leone.
Go this way, pay $200. Go this way, pay $150. Go this way, bring white bucket, bring this, bring that. Traditional idea.
My father paid a lot of money, buy a lot of things, buy gold. We even went as far to pray people, but they play that part. God come first.
You don't give up. For me, sometimes it used to happen to me that I sit and think, what can we do now? Can we just give up? Can we forget about the man here to die? No. Come on, get up, let's go. She got to get up. We go find solution from place to place. You don't give up. You got to continue knocking the door. And that door will open one day.
I must admit that this is a very awesome family. For you to remain as strong as you are, to continue to give him the support, it was something that most families would not be able to do so easily. We must appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's a kind of difficult journey. When your family come down with mental condition, especially epilepsy, which is placed under mental condition because of maybe it's associated with the brain, there are a lot of stigma, and they are wanting to see their family member getting better. They put a lot of resources and attention to whatever they say to them. Maybe the spiritual thing, but the pastor is not working, the child is still having the condition, and then they will have to find other means, to the point where sometimes they go out of Liberia to seek for solution to the problem. So it's a kind of heavy weight on the heads of our caretaker, of our patients, who caretaker initially took them to so many places because they wanted to get solution to their problem. The community need to know more. So we start to go from house to house and raising this awareness. So we started to work with traditional healers. We started to work with pastors. We started to work with schools. We started to work with the churches. We started to work with the mosques, in getting everyone involved. Most of our patients' first point where they seek treatment first is at the church. And sometimes the pastors will keep the patients, and there are some of them that will have the idea to talk to them and also send them to the clinic. But there are some that they use the patients, to get money. So our activity at the church is to create awareness among the church members, and that it is not bad to come to service, to come and serve God, to come and pray, but it's also very important that when your family member is sick, you go to the hospital and seek hospital attention.
People like that, sometimes we see their action to be different from we the normal people action, right? You just see the men start to run in the community. They are seeing things that you, who the normal person, you can't see it. Some of when hearing voices, you see the person start to talk by themselves. Start to talk, just talking by themselves. The open mouth can also cause that.
If you have such a condition in your family, or in your community, or to your working place, or with your friends, then you are able to inform them. Then they can come to the point blank clinic where MSF is supporting so that they can seek treatment.
Just 2 weeks ago, one evening, I was about to go to class and they brought the child to me. And the child was checking. Fine boy, he was checking. He came from school, nothing. And they go to his house. Jackie foaming from his mouth. So the mother, they ran straight here to the church. So I pray. I look at the child for me and say, this thing that attack, I know, but you cannot check to the hospital first. Let it get the child medicine. It can be malaria, clamp in the head, or something else, mental. And the doctor will see that, then they will tell you.
Thank you very much. We say thank you to Mother, and we say thank you to everybody. All right, I'll see you. Thank you. Yeah. See you. Thank you very much. The thing is, mental health in a word is new. All right, and why do I say it is new? Not many people actually know what mental health is. So when you start to talk about mental health, especially in our setting like Liberia, in Africa and Liberia, in particular, not many people are going to tell you that they are aware of what happens. It is not frequently heard on the radio. It is not, discussed common, in society, especially in the communities. It is not easily discussed. In the whole of Liberia, you have ES Green, to be the only mental hospital. Imagine someone, is coming down with mental condition in a family that have not heard about mental condition before. Do you imagine that? They will strictly go to seek solution elsewhere and not even thinking about coming to the clinic because they don't even know what mental condition is. With the general belief that most mental condition is associated with, some spiritual issue.
Yeah, that's what good class on you. What do you call your brother?
I want to do my lapel.
What is Labon?
They pull outside to keep on.
Step by step out, people play, people can wear step out to go in and play. Papa. Hello, Papi. Papi, we are.
What was Amado?
I bring my son. My name is baby.
Come inside.
My son is Gian.
Your son has been bewitched. And I can see that some of your family members are responsible. And you need to do a lot of things.
I will do it.
I will need you to bring 1 white sheep.
I will bring it.
And $400 United States.
I will bring it.
7 packs of candle.
I will bring it.
And 16 bags of rice. Once these things are provided, your son will be well.
Papa, thank you. All the things what you explained that. True. That true, the boy, a clever boy. Everything that true, all that thing tomorrow I will bring it here, Papa.
Tomorrow you bring it here. And once all is being delivered unto me, then your treatment will begin.
Okay, tomorrow will come.
But I can assure you that you have found a solution.
You know the work.
I am the solution. I have treated so many people with this condition, and I can tell you that everything's going to be well. There is hope. In our community and in Liberia, a lot of our people, even educated people, back to the belief that epilepsy is contagious and that it can be transferred from one person to another. And so we have a lot of work to do. School going or patient, we work with their school and work with the family. we work with the community that they live in. We have had a lot of our patients who once were not in school, now they are in school. We want you to tell us what you believe about this condition. Yeah.
If I go around there,
Yeah.
or maybe if I eat with them,
Yeah.
my lalek get that sickness also.
Thank you very much. He said his belief is that if someone is falling, they have this condition. When he go around there and eat along with them, it's possible that they also contract the disease. That's what he said.
Yeah. If the person have the spare and then they have no fall.
Yeah.
They always won't put another go around them because of that speed that come from that mouth.
Yeah.
If they have no test, you can counter it definitely.
All right. Another colleague, our friend here said, if someone have spare and they fall and they start to jerk, if you go closer to them, even touch the spit that comes from their mouth, it's possible that you get spare also, which means he is saying that it's contagious. In your community and around, have you seen it before that husband and wife live together, one person is having spare and the other person does not have? No. Yeah. You have seen it, right? Anybody else again that have seen that? Okay. Yeah? You have seen that? Good. So, can we still believe that the disease is communicable? No. That's what we want you to know. Yeah? Thank you very much. Okay. What about the school? How do you feel about the school?
The school, I can't do nothing there. But the children can be beating me, fighting me.
Oh, okay. So you have some of your friends who can be picking at you?
Yeah, they can be picking for me, cursing me.
So why do they do that?
How did they do that?
Why you think they will be picking at you like that?
Because they don't like my business. They don't want to talk with me. I don't say I'm my best friend. I want to let you with you. They can be cursing. I want your friendship.
I see.
Anytime I want to sit down to my ear, while the teacher pull me air, they can be pushing me, very move on to my ear. I know because they may move me from here. And they be moving me from there. They feel that they move me, so they push me.
So do you sometimes tell the...
They feel that I tell the principal say, hey, next time they do it, you know, 80 hours they will kill him.
Okay. That means that the school, the principal, the teachers, they are at least protecting you somehow, right?
Yes. We're missing the rest one. She's so long that the yellow children of the world will never, the blood of Jesus will never lose its power. Will never lose its power. The blood of Jesus will never lose its power. Will never. The blood of Jesus will never lose its power.
I will go through difficult for the girl because sometimes they told us to go to school. The teacher said the girl wish. The school start refuse the girl. Myself, I was too confused. Sometimes in the house, she will make part of us. She can take knife, or she won't kill me. She will say, Mama, I wish, Mama this, Mama that. I was too confused. I don't know what happened to my daughter. See, I came to church, they can say, I wish. Sometimes myself, I will be embarrassed. I can go, my daughter in taxi, will go in the church, will go in somewhere. My daughter in the taxi, she start vibrating, spitting, and the people start in the taxi, they starting. Some people say, one, get down, the person here, the sickness, this and that. But I will pay to the people, I say, it's not, I will not pray for my daughter to be like this. Nobody now pray for born your child to be like this. So, you get child, get sickness, you just need to pray God and to take medication. One day, you'll be all right because you don't know the future of that child.
I feel all right. Nothing can happen to me again. I can't afford again. The way I'm taking the medicine. That I God thank you that praying, that taking happy to meet this time. I'm going to school safely. Anytime I cross carousel, not taking happy to me again.
Sometimes because of what
we have active patients, almost close to 2,000 active patients, meaning they come regularly, they follow their appointments, they go through all the sections. We have 2 mental health clinicians, and then we have 5 psychosocial workers. And so the mental health clinician supports the MOH mental health clinician through consultation, that's assessment of new patients, follow-up medication, counseling sections, etc.
You're not hold on. You're not hold on yet.
Right now, we are in the Christmas season. Yeah. So we give you medicine for her. We give you medicine for her up to January 7. So you carry the medicine, you give it to her until January 7.
Okay.
So then January 7, you will come back.
Okay.
Actually, the idea about starting the mental health projects, it emanated from the survival clinic. When we had the Ebola crisis here in 2014, and after the crisis was over, the question was, there was a huge stigma at the community level towards people who survived from the disease, people who survived from Ebola, and they were called Ebola survivors. And the stigma was such that they couldn't go to, general hospital to be taken care of. So MSF established the survival clinic. That went on for 2 years. And then at the end of the 2 years, and the stigma level was reduced, communities started to accept the survivor back, But then there was a lot of issues to be taken care of still that has to do with mental condition. We all came up with the idea, that there is a need to still cater to the population, to see their emotional feelings, to see how, things have affected them over the time. Remember, we have a 14-year civil crisis that affect people so much. People lost their family member. They have not even resettled. We have not had, the opportunity for them to be reunited fully or reconciled fully. And then we had the Ebola crisis. And then the Ebola crisis went on, and it separated people so much, and there was a lot of stigma. So many people died, and people were living with that stress. Then we say, okay, now we are in a situation where, things are very difficult. The economic situation is stressful. People kind of like stressed with their situation. So I think we can, try to help. We are having a lot of problems here now with this issue of money not in the bank, and I don't know what is happening. People go to the bank, they cannot get money they save, And I just see that the whole thing is getting too harder by the day.
Government have already borrowed money from commercial banks, and then people go for their money. They can hardly get the money. So this is the reason.
Yeah, but if you cannot find the Liberian data in the bank, then where can we find it? We had the Liberian data, circulating, and then all of a sudden we have it lost. You go to the commercial bank, you don't get money. You go to central bank, you don't get money. You are giving check, you cannot even cash it at the bank.
That's a consequence back right now. Yeah. No, we don't know where the money goes.
And prices of things just rising. Even the only psychiatric hospital we have in Liberia, drug supply is the major problem. Drug supply is the major problem. You see a lot of patients going to grants, they are stabilized, and when they are discharged, they will have relapse. Because at some point in time, take for instance, if a patient is placed on a particular mental psychotropic medication, and then all of a sudden they will run out of the medication. The hospital cannot afford it, and they cannot get it from anywhere. We are going to one of our patients in a situation is actually from the diagnosis we saw at the clinic is psychosis, and she have had this difficult time. Thank you very much for Christiana. Christiana, we know the way it was and the way it is now. When she's due to go back to the clinic?
Next week Monday.
Okay. So that means she still has medication, right? All right. 5 tablets left. Yeah. And then the Risperidone, we have 30.
30.
Yeah. So if you check between now till next week or Monday, it will be like 7 days.
70.
Yeah. And then it's 4 per day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah. They are on time. Christiana, the last time we came here, you were not feeling well and you were explaining something to us. What has been happening?
Yeah, when they're ready, when they're ready, they can call from Tole. What kind of new people? Kind of new people. Then point clear, book a ball. New wood.
All right.
My woman, you will anywhere more wood my window, more pump on my window.
The more we show love to her, the more we show care to her, the more we make her to feel that she's normal human being like ourselves, then Christiana will get better. And Christiana will continue to improve. All right? She will feel that, yes, I get people who love me. That's your part, that's your role to play.
Medication, this is a national problem, not only for mental health, for TB, for HIV, for malaria, for tuberculosis, for all of the problems. The government has issue with money, with managing all of those things. We know that no matter what we do, the government cannot provide for all of programs. The same is going to be for mental health. So sustainability, we still have a very big question mark to see how it's going to go after MSF Shaw left Liberia.
It's my friend, and my friend is your friend. The more we are together, the happier we will be. The more we are together, together. The more we sing together, the happier we will be.
You know where you can survive this thing is to take your medication. That's why we are advocating for medication. And when the medication is available, please take your medication.
MSF is not going to be here forever. When MSF goes and our government say they can't take money from their pocket and buy medication for a psychotropic medication for those who have psychosocial disability, I shouldn't be a victim. We are in partnership with the Mental Health Division of the Ministry of Health. The way we reach to them to advocate for ourselves and our colleagues, we go to the Ministry of Health, we want to meet with our minister. We have medication crisis all around the country, and our people are relapsing. They are part of cultivation for users' hope. They were advancing in their recovery, but right now, everybody is now taking out their pains and they are in the street in their birth suit. And this is getting to us. And the minister needs to hear this. I know she says that mental health is not a priority, but let them kill us if that is the truth. Let them just take all the mental health and just slaughter us. Let's be finished. If that is not a priority. After you are coming, recovery, you're becoming more productive. Now, all of a sudden, you see yourself back to square one, as you described. How did you feel?
I felt, at that time, you feel very bad. You feel like even committing suicide. You feel very bad because tell me now, all of us are here at this level. Then you find yourself maybe somewhere in Painesville, Red Light, or somewhere just in your briefs, walking in the street, unaware, walking on the street. So it like over the years, you just wasted, you know, you've gone back. So nobody here want to go back to that level again. So the only advice there is what? Keep on the medication, and we keep advocating so that we can have medication in the country and we take it. Mental illness is any other sickness. They have tuberculosis, they have AIDS. Other people take medication and they are okay. So you take your medication, you can do anything. You can go to school like me. You can. I'm working and I go to school. I teach the kids and government pay me. So if I'm not taking the medication, I'm not stabilized, I will not go to school. I won't be able to work. So you see, that's it.
If you can organize, and the most powerful tool you have in your organization is your recovery story. Let's go somewhere and tell the people, I have bipolar disorder, but now here I am. That alone is a big story. And the purpose for our coming together is to help each other advance in our recovery. Now, the medical model will give us stabilization, but they can't give us recovery. They will only stabilize when you are acting funny, you know, they chemically restrain you, they give you some tablets to settle, but it doesn't bring lasting solution. Cultivation for users' hope is a lasting solution. And we can say that with evidence. So that was the reason why cultivation came together.
Cultivation of user hope in this aspect, they help these people to know their own value, to know their own importance. So I think they are very, very unique, and it's a very new organization. Previously, this was never in Liberia. But this group, I think they are doing some good job. So we tell the patients about those in recovery, about cultivation for user hope, and see if they could move over to them, where they are able to help them, train them, teach them how they can get money, how they're able to go about taking the value of themselves. I think this is very, very important.
It is a challenge you are having, but your ability to face the challenge. There's something they call self-stigma. When people stigmatize you and you say, oh, but this is what the people say about me, what can I do? That means you agree, right? You agree with them. But when people stigmatize you, you say, no, but that is not true. I can be somebody important. I can be somebody great. Yes. I can be somebody that, like any other person. And, you know, I can become who I want to become. You know, that means that you are saying no to that stigma. And with your ambition to go to school, we just encourage you and to continue to think about this and continue to work towards it, and that you can go back to school and become a very better person. What course you decide to go to do?
For me, I want to public administration and business. But why I see that public administration because when I was in school, when it comes to politics, I play with more parts in politics, especially in class. Yeah, because in my class, they need to call me advocate when something goes wrong between me and my teacher, I advocate for my class. So that I'm needed in my class, advocators.
So you would like to serve more like an administrator? Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, as for me, I'm skillful when it comes to the musical aspect and then football aspect. Okay. Yeah, so I get a lot of skill in me.
This boy is a very brilliant boy. He is noticed for playing football, actually. On the play the field, when you go there, you go on the football field, everybody clapping for him. Pass the ball, boo, 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 like that. It's very good in playing football. That I know.
Still, I used to do before when I start noticing the falling. I used to play football before. Well, I used to go with my friends. But when I came back, I got my treatment now. I can go and practice. Presently, I'm a third division player. Okay, now I'm more my friend who had balled me before, who now used to eat with me before, we eat it together, doing things common. Who now used to wear my clothes, they wearing it for me, coming to me, doing a lot of interaction with them. When someone see me say they can be wondering, oh, my man, welcome back. I say, my man, I go.
I was just here now. What the hell are you for?